To some, this sound may stir up many different images. You may think of pain, or of stereotypes, and even negative connotations. You may think of brightly colored pictures or images, or script with symbolic meanings. You may think of your favorite singer who has one, or of your neighbor. But if you are between the ages of 18 and 25, you are 36% likely to have one yourself. Tattoos are growing with wide popularity, and as I entered Talon Tattoo in Garden City, I wanted to hear the stories from people behind the creation of those images.
My name is John Lasko. I own Talon Tattoo. It's a family-owned and operated business, and we do tattoos, body piercings, and body modification.
My name's Emily. I've been working here for 4 years. I met John at the restaurant that I worked at when I was 15, I think. And when I was 17, I used to go down to his shop and answer phones and help him out and doodle and stuff. And when they opened up this shop almost 4 years ago, they asked me if I wanted an apprenticeship, and I took the offer.
So you may be wondering, what was the first tattoo these tattoo artists got?
When I was 18 years old, it was the day I turned 18, that's what I picked and chose to put on me. I got a dog holding a bone that says Lasko Dog.
A couple months after my 18th birthday, I got a little outline of a sun on my shoulder. It was a necklace that my aunt had when I was little, and everyone in my family, their first tattoos, well, the only other person in our family, I guess, their first tattoos were two suns, so we made a little family tradition. My dad's first tattoo was a sun a couple years ago.
And what's the best thing about being a tattoo artist? They say,
I love meeting new people, all the different kinds of people, from conservative to not so conservative. Thank you, sweetheart. You are awesome. All right. Have a good day, sweetie. I love making things custom, making everybody unique. Everybody gets certain tattoos for certain reasons. Why? I have no idea. But I like to hear the stories behind it, and that's another reason. Just every day's different.
We get customers all across the board. My oldest customer is 87 this year, and we get all the kids that come in, 16 years old, and parents are buying their first tattoo. And I know you get to meet lots of people.
There are a lot of different options when getting a tattoo. These artists show the variety of people they ink.
I did a butterfly around a bunghole.
What do you think that signified?
She called it her butterfly. I don't think it signified anything other than she wanted to show it off, maybe.
The dog with worms on this guy's tramp stamp, he lost a bet. And so it's a dog scooting his butt across the ground. There's sparks flying up off the back of it. It's a really good story. It was fun.
I did Optimus Prime's face on a good friend of mine's lower back. So every time she bends over, you can see it.
So you might be wondering how the tattoo process works. Here's how John explains it in a nutshell.
You got to decide what you want forever. It's a hell of a commitment. You pick the design. You have an artist draw it up to the best of their ability and exactly what you want. You sit down. We actually put a pattern on so you can see exactly where it is. Tattoo it, which is time consuming. It's not like the reality shows where 5 minutes and the tattoo's done. It's hours and hours. And you take a look at it and you make sure that's what you want forever, because it's not coming off. Sometimes people don't want custom. They want something right off the wall, and it's aggravating because you don't want 20 people walking around with the same tattoo. That's pretty aggravating.
Some parents are for and against their children getting tattoos. Here's what John and Emily said when they broke the news to their parents.
My dad was, my mom was not. My mom had always said no, and my dad took me on my 18th birthday, and he did not ask my mom permission. And I was sitting there getting ready to get it, and my dad walked out of the room, and I said, okay, let's do it. And the guy started. My dad freaked out because he really wasn't going to let me do it, but we had already started. So when he broke it to my mom threatened to kill him.
My dad smacked it, which you're not supposed to do, so it got super infected and it looks like shit now. My mom wasn't super stoked on the job. I still really don't talk to her very much because of it.
My mom really hasn't, she supports me now that I'm a tattoo artist. Like I said, I've been doing this almost 10 years now, and I'm like, holy crap, my mom supports everything I do. And before it was more of a no, don't do it. She even cried when I got my sleeve done, and I'd already been a tattoo artist for almost 3-4 years. She fell down on the floor and started crying, and I'm like, what the hell? And she's like, I just didn't want you to go down this path. I was already down the path.
Here's some words of wisdom for those aspiring artists out there.
Always be themselves. Never waver away from character integrity, and it's an education thing. You got to learn the whole time, but you got to have some kind of background of education. A lot of people, I'll just do it. No, it's not just a bunch of I'm gonna just throw stuff on skin. It's do a little bit of research, do the schooling on it, and then actually learn from somebody that wants to teach you. And we do apprenticeships through us, and they start off at 6 to 7 years. You stay with us to learn.
Draw constantly. When you go into a shop, find someone that you're comfortable with, because it's a long process. The apprenticeship that I signed up for was 6 years. So you have to know that the people that you're going to work with, you're going to get along, you're going to spend more time with them than you spend with any member of your family. But just to constantly be drawing and looking at new artists and bring in a huge portfolio with an array of artwork, because the more broad your art skills are, the better tattoo you'll become.
Never changes. It never gets old. Every day's different, and I love what I do.